Hello, my fairy friends. My name is Fairy Belle, and I'm a book fairy. Today, we're going to be reading a story called Trolls Tall Tales. Some stories are so huge, they become legendary. But what if they aren't as real as we think they are? Are you ready to hear what's actually behind some of the biggest legends in history? If these stories get out, it will change everything. If you don't want to know, close your ears now. Are you ready for the first story? Are you really ready? We've all heard there's a bunny who delivers chocolate to children all around the world on Easter morning. But there isn't a bunny. Not just one, anyway. There is currently 418 highly trained young rabbits who are selected by a supreme Easter commander and taught at Eggmaster Academy. The rabbits have learned the ancient martial art of egg foo, which helps them move in silence, sneak into houses, communicate with ear signals, and hold chocolate in their paws without it melting. If you see any unwrapped chocolate eggs on the floor on Easter morning, make sure you don't eat them. With all those bunnies around, you never know what they might be. Story number 2 is even bigger. It involves the Tooth Fairy. The Tooth Fairy takes a tooth in exchange for money. This much is true. But the Tooth Fairy isn't a fairy at all. He is actually a troll. Trolls use teeth to make buttons. Fairies don't have any use for teeth, but they look better in a tutu. The tooth troll is quite cuddly and has very hairy ears. But he is a master at sneaking his strong, bony fingers under your pillow so he can swap your baby teeth for a treasure. It was decided that a pretty little fairy visiting children at night and reaching under their sleeping heads was much less scary than a knobbly old troll covered in buttons. He's actually very friendly. But if you smell something funny during the night, it is probably his fault. Trolls aren't known for their good manners. I'm really not sure about telling you the third story. It's quite a shock. When you feel brave enough, turn the page. Santa might be round and jolly, wear red and live in the North Pole, but he doesn't have reindeer, and there are no toy-making elves. Not anymore, anyway. SANTA, Secret Assembly of New Toy Automation, is his toy company run by robots using state-of-the-art technology. There used to be elves, but they got too plump and lazy, and Santa just couldn't afford to keep them. Eating candy canes and taste testing all those Christmas treats will do that to a Christmas elf. Santa tried fairies, pixies, imps, and even brownies, but they just couldn't keep up. So now he works alone. Reindeers look nice on greeting cards and even sound good in Christmas carols, but Santa has to visit the homes of 1.9 billion children in just one night. He uses a space-age rocket-powered sleigh to fly through the sky, not a troublesome troop of caribou. He's a very practical man. Just ask Mrs. Claus. Now you know the real stories behind 3 of the best-known legends on the planet. Just be aware the grown-ups might stick to the old tales instead. Sometimes they just can't see the magic like you and I can. And who says trolls don't look good in tutus? And that's the end of the story. I have met the tooth troll and he is very lovely. A bit smelly. Thank you very much for listening to my story. And thank you very much for believing in me. And never forget that I believe in you too.